Very good afternoon and welcome to the Big Chat with myself, SK Phasha. Another show, another episode. It is the 31st of January 2024, 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. Another interesting show that we have in store. But the song is in reference to Bafana Bafana. A great performance. They put it last night up against Cameroon, up against Morocco rather. A lot of people really expected us to be beaten by Morocco, but what a great performance that they put in. A great performance, and Bafana subsequent to the 2-0 victory over Morocco, they are now going to be playing up against Cape Verde in the quarterfinals of the Total CAF African Champions, Total CAF rather, that is the Africa Cup of Nations. What a brilliant performance they put in, and to Coach Hugo Bruce and of course his entire squad, the players, the technical team, the staff as well. Congratulations, and hopefully we can continue the fine form up against the Cape Verde on Saturday as we play for the last 8. That is, well, the gentleman is here. He's live. He is in studio. Well, what an honor. What an honor it is for me, for us, for Pocket Radio to finally have him here. It's been a long time coming. I asked him from last year, around about August, to come through. But he's been giving me the run around. He's been saying he's got responsibilities. Of course he does, but he's got a lot of connections to try and say, please help me with this for a couple of hours. But listen, finally he is here. His life is in studio, formerly of Bloemfontein Celtics, KZ Chiefs, won an awful lot with the club, Mamelodi Sundowns, played for Morocco Swallows, plays for Black Aces as well, played for Bafana, played in that special team of 2000, the Olympic Games. I think that's where we are also going to be touching base in regards to the squad and the players that he played with. A player that was really never ever in the front pages of newspapers or tabloids, but rather on the backside of newspapers. Speaking about his footballing career, he's always been a gentleman that looks after his image off the pitch and on it as well. Intelligent player, very smart, very careful in regards to how he plays, can read the game with high intelligence as well. Has gone on to formulate a career for himself at SuperSport as one of the analysts, predominantly in the Motsepe Foundation League and as well as in the DSTV Diski Challenge. And surprise, his son is also playing for one of his former clubs. I mean, what an absolute honor to have him in studio. Also, he was a big brother to me when I started at SuperSport. A gentleman that also welcomed me with both hands at the Kofifi FM, where I started my broadcasting career. Fabian McCarthy. Well, what an absolute honor it is to have you here with me and with us rather. Fabian, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Karabo. I just wanted to say it's not the first time. You mentioned Kofifi, and yeah, those are things we do as a player. People done it to me, so why not? Why not extend it? Why not doing it to those that you don't know, but you form a relationship and understanding? For me, it's all about the respect. If the respect is mutual, material things can't take it away.
Well, that's how he opens it. There's a lot of wisdom here that we are going to be dragging from this man, Fabian McCarthy. As I said, I think his most successful times were at KZ Chiefs, a club that he so dearly loves, a club that he so dearly appreciates, and the club loves him as well. He really does love the club and has served at the club with distinction, played for the club for 6 good years, brought in trophies at the club. Unfortunately, the club is not in that direction at this moment in time, but hopefully they can come back. Fabian McCarthy, I think we are going to start from the start with you. Who is Fabian McCarthy? Where were you born? The type of kid that Fabian McCarthy was when growing up.
Yeah, good afternoon to your listeners. Pardon me for not greeting you. I mean, we started just with everything and not following protocol.
Yep.
Nice studio. I hope I'm walking out here with a bag for the weekend, just to travel. But on that note, to say that, look, Fabian McCarthy was born in 1977. Sorry, I'm at 2000s. Before technology, so from Freiburg, family still there, my mother's side and my late father's side of the family. I grew up there playing soccer, no age restriction, had to play with my bigger brothers, even some of my young uncles. Never really played at my amateur club called Anderlecht RCS Anderlecht, which the name we got from the Belgian team. We didn't pay for it. I hope they're not going to charge us. Started when I was 5 years, obviously carrying on. But my football really started where some of my uncles acknowledge the potential in what I have. It's when I played in a school's tournament out in Kuruman in the Northern Cape on a Saturday afternoon. I just got to high school. That time high school was standard 5.
Yeah.
About grades.
How come Nandi?
He come Nandi lema grades. I'm from standards.
Yeah.
And then standard 5. I went for trials at the open team. Yeah.
Bloem Celtic.
The worst school. No, high school.
High school, yeah.
High school. Yeah. Trial, make the team. Little did I know that I had a position in the team. I played with my bigger brothers. Bigger, which means he's 3-4 years older, cousins, everybody. The teacher that was coaching us football played for my grandfather's team. Used to play with my uncles.
Yep.
Good player. Maths teacher. He's late. May his soul rest in peace. They borrowed kit for us to play with from his amateur team. He kept one jersey aside. I was in charge of the kit. Obviously, I have to give the guys that I know these ones are regulars, and I'll just have to wait and see if there's an extra T-shirt or if there's that. I must make sure those guys that are, my cousin is now the mayor in Freiburg, which was a striker, very good, very talented. My bigger brother, very good goalkeeper. Those type of guys that you have in the team, you make sure they get the kit. You give them the socks, the kit, whatever they want. You're sitting with the kit bag. Now the teacher walks in the bus. We're sitting at the back. I'm sitting right in the middle. The kit bag is here. Whoever wants to put the kit in, I must make space for them and make sure I close it. You know? He walked in. He had the T-shirt. Just that T-shirt in his hand. So there's socks. There's shorts that's left. So obviously I didn't dress. He walked in. Greet the guys in the morning. First game of the tournament one day. He announced the team. He put me in the starting lineup, but I was like, but I don't have kit. So, I was just keeping calm, stay. He took a jersey. He gave it to me. He said, look, I want you to play in this kit, in this T-shirt. And you're not giving it to anybody else.
Yeah.
You play with it the whole day. Took the kit. It's white. It was white kit. Nice. Turn around is the number I've worn all the years. I've worn different numbers because of reasons when I get to clubs. Yeah. Then also the number is the number that stuck to me till now.
6.
Sorry, Karabo. Just to in that my father's brother. I just buried him. I think last year November. May his soul rest in peace. Unfortunately, I'm going to refer to most of these people that played a part because of him, my father's uncle, my father's brother, my uncle, very tight, very close to him. I started supporting Chiefs as a youngster. He was also wearing jersey number 6, but I never end up playing for the club he played for, the amateur team in Freiburg. Because remember, he played for a team. My mother's brothers, my grandfather on my mother's side owned a team. They had their own team. So then we decided, all the cousins and that, we come together, we form our own team, and then we not, but sometimes you play for them tournaments and stuff, or you sneak out and that, that's how the number 6 stuck to me, and I think it will be forever with me.
Yeah, but Fabian, I think we'll come back to that. At least now I have an understanding as to how you started playing the game. But tell me the type of kid that you were, the siblings that you had, how many siblings, their names as well, and the type of child that you were, growing up out in Freiburg. I think that's quite important because we know mostly of your professional side, but as a kid, what type of a person were you?
Look, I was that child that wants to play, that's always in the street, dirty or so. Never been at home or watching, looking and sitting at how my mother is cooking, how my aunt or my grandmother is cooking. No, when I get there, I just want to eat and I want to get out of there, wash the dishes and stuff. So I was that child that always wanted to be active out there. I have 4 brothers. The eldest one's name is Byron. Second eldest one lives in Cape Town, Clinton. And then it's Fabian. And then after me, there was another one which we were born on the same day, same month, 5 years apart.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I think he passed away for a few months. He had this bronchitis or so that time. I think in 1985, that thing was very dangerous and stuff, and we passed away. And then the last born, as we speak, is Fabian McCarthy. He's the young one. He was also at Kaiser Chiefs Academy. He played for Bidvest in the development. He ended up playing for Golden Arrows when they won promotion. Yeah, so yeah, that is... I only have brothers.
And you it seems like you also come from a family of footballers, maybe not at the highest level, but you speak about your uncle you were close to, and also you formulated a club from your family. How important was that in your progression as a footballer?
Look, both sides of the family, like my father was a goalkeeper. Like I said, my uncle played as a midfielder. My mother's brothers, they all played. I think she had about 6 brothers. 5 of them played, defenders and what. And unfortunately, people ask, where does Aiden get that left-footed from? My mother's brother, that's just after her, which she was very close to. Aiden took from him. They say when they see Aiden play, it reminds him of that uncle. I never saw him play. Maybe the age and time difference, or he just retired too early. But also the one uncle that really took us in and say, let me keep you together and stuff. I also buried him last year sometime. So, a bit of a heavy, honestly speaking, 2023 for me. But those are the people that really played. Now, they all played for my grandfather's team, except my father's brother, who played for a team from Kasi. In Coleridge, for instance, you get a site where dead people are staying. You get a site where those people are staying, and you get a site where they'll say sometimes, you don't go into that area after
dangerous.
8 or after 10. Not dangerous, but just busy. Where maybe there's 1, 2 more taverns or 3 more that there's no control and stuff like that. So that is it. But a very small town. I'm very proud of it. I'm from there. People always say the statement that a village raises a child, or what does the saying go?
A village raises a child,
or something like that. But I
it takes a village to raise a child.
A child. But I'm saying Freiburg, that small dorpie, raised me, because it wasn't only family that supported me. It was anyone out there that seen something or just open up to me. So why can't I do it for others or for the rest? Absolutely. Where I can help. But I don't have money, so please don't ask me for money. Anything else, don't ask me for money.
Yeah. When you speak about money, what have you named your car? What do you call it?
Which one?
The one that you came with?
I call it a Porsche. But you know what is it? Here's the key.
Nah, mind games. Fabian, let's now progress, to your professional career. You started out at Bloemfontein Celtics. How did you get to the club? Who got you to the club? And just take us through maybe, maybe the trials, or how exactly you got to that football club, a very special club as well.
Listen, can I just say, I told you, you make Ama seniors cry here. You're not gonna make me cry, but I'm getting goosebumps when you talk about this specific team. This is a team which was very close to me. My mother organized trials for me, believe it or not. She sent the fax from work, communicating with the office of Bloem Celtics. There was no cell phones that time. It's only that work phone, and if you have a house phone, then they say you are what. Long story short, only went for a week trial. Luckily for me, there was 2 guys from Freiburg, from Kasi, that already played for Celtics.
Were you close to them, and who were they?
I wasn't close to them, but I was playing games with them, against them, amateur, and then December time, I go play with them in Kasi. Thereby as the games stop, everything stop. Boxing Day, and that's why I'm a Kasi games manje. I know. I'm Mnandi with it. So this one guy, Tapelo Yawa, you'll maybe check him. He's late also, may soul rest in peace. Defender like me. We played together in the provincial team. Northwest team. Competition, I was the youngest player. You know, some of them even called me, you know, like a baby's name or something.
Yeah.
So this guy, it happened so that they know I was talking to and trying to get to Celtics, because remember, 95, I was the best player in the whole of Northwest under the scouting of Sheikhs Mashaba. There was a sponsored program that time, and then from there on I tried to see how I can get to play professional, and I ended up at Celtics. But the journey wasn't that easy, Karabo. From Freiburg to Kimberley, you don't get a straight transport. You hike you go Tahung, there's Jan Kem, there's Warrenton, there's all these places. Now, if somebody works in Kimberley, you're lucky, then you say, look, give me a lift. Now, I get to Kimberley. I need to take a train from there to Bloemfontein. Is that one where we sit, look at each other? If you turn here, you just look into everybody's face. 3 hours from Bloem to Kimberley.
Yeah.
8:30, you get to Bloem Station. 9:30, training starts at Celtics. I think that time they were training at some prison, if I'm correct, or the varsity, I can't remember, but those were the places we used. Went for trial, 1 week trial, Tapelo Yawa was suspended. Now we play, we train. Percent Serati, a coach, is from Poch originally, a player that played with Abu Teenage and Bashan and them.
Yeah.
They know him.
Yeah.
If you ask them again, 10% Serati, they know him. Celtics legend, came there for trial, play, train, work hard. He's thinking I'm a striker. We play 11v11. He wants to put me up front. The same Tapelo Yawa. I said, no. Die lady is speel met me. He called me half white. I don't know, this lady plays with me here.
Yeah.
Because he knows me from Kasi. Sharp. We play. Now we're playing 11v11. You know, most. That team is preparing for weekend. These guys are trying to make
get into the team. Yeah.
Guide me, tell me, Emana, no, this one shows. So that one, leave him. Check there. Celtics used to, the old man used to like foreign strikers. May his soul rest in peace. Ntate Mulimela. He had a Benjamin CD from Liberia. He had Willie Mwanza from, I think, Congo, so big, tall striker. There was Morena, I think he's from somewhere, Free State. He was a teacher. He trained only in the afternoon, because he's at school. Yeah. So this Muna guided me and say, look, just do this. I settled in, only played one game. And then the next day, come to training, the coach was asking me, the late Peter Nyama, may his soul rest in peace, and say, look, he told the team manager, Perrin Kolwane, that name, you will still,
absolutely.
Him. He's there.
Yeah.
He's also late. May his soul rest in peace. Came to me and say, hey, where's your clearance? What's happening? What? So I was like excited and they said, no, come with it on Monday. Training went after that. I think I didn't even wash after training. I just wanted to get to Freiburg. Yeah. That time I played for a team who played second division in Klerksdorp, Leicester City. I think that time it was sponsored by, so I had to get my clearance. Now I've been struggling to get my clearance for 2 years.
At that same club?
At that same club. Leicester City from Alabama. Yeah, I go talk to my mother, talk to my uncles, these ones that are running the club that my grandfather left them with. I spoke to a school friend of mine, Henry J. He's also late now. But that time, he so happened to have a golf, small Nyana golf. Yeah. I spoke to the club, the uncle Anderlecht FC, and said, guys, I don't have this money. This team in Klerksdorp wanted money for my clearance. Before that, I already tried at Cosmos, but we'll talk about it. Yeah. Pirates as well. So we did it, got the money. The club borrowed me 1,000 rand. Saturday morning we drove. I made an appointment with the owner or the guy that was in charge of Leicester City with my uncle, saying, look, we go see you. We pay 750 for the clearance. They were asking why. They said, no, look, we are making two teams, like, Anderlecht and Eagles was my grandfather's team, my uncle's team. We're going to combine and we're going to play the same league Leicester is playing in.
So we need his clearance.
So it's a third division kind of. We need his clearance because why does he play for you, but he can rather be at home, and we know.
But this is in reference, the clearance is for Celtic.
Listen, the clearance is going to Bloemfontein. We did that the Saturday.
Yeah.
Look, my uncles was of cold ones and chillers, and these guys is big, and we were 4. The boy of the car, Henry J, is also late. It was myself and 3 of my uncles. But those young ones that were now running the team and are involved now to go. The owner of the shop, he had a shop in the Kasi, Ellen van Rieda. We went to him, walked out to him in his shop, said, "Nee, let's go sit there." Explain, we agreed, we asked, we just said, he said, "Okay, nee, give 750. The money is there." Said, write the clearance out, print it and say. They said, no, we don't know what the club team's name is going to be. So just write to say he can join any team of his choice. Yeah, you laughing. I'm serious, Karabo.
Yeah.
Done. I got the clearance. I read, I seen, I now know what is clearance, what is, because listen, I've just been playing amateur and these, LFA leagues and stuff, So I read the clearance, they folded nicely, the money exchange, shook hands, what. As we walk out of the shop, going to the car, because this boy was parked across the road. And now, knowing my uncles, they will want to chill and see, because we have family in Alabama. And the guy also will help me to turn pro and stuff is from Alabama. Not a family friend or so, somebody I just met at the Easter tournament, which today I call as he's playing a father figure in my life, Bismarck Apples. Said, "Guys, I'm just going to greet this guy and tell him we got everything. We going to Freiburg. Buy whatever you want to buy. There's change or there's what. Put petrol in the car. They bought the 6-pack and what. I sat with that clearance. Yeah. When we got to Freiburg, I think my mother just knocked off. She's still working. Saturday afternoon, get home. I gave her the clearance. I said, "Please, keep this safe." I said that afternoon. I didn't go anywhere. I think I still watch a game. I can't remember which game was it. I think it was a final, Chiefs and Sundowns. They showed it the other day, so glimpse of it and stuff, where they were walking the old FNB.
Stadium,
Yeah, I think it was somewhere there, final or something. September time or so. I don't know which competition it was, but it
maybe
was,
the Bob Saves or something of that.
I don't know, but it was that first one somewhere. I was watching it sitting, thinking to say, look, all I want to do is I want to play on television. I didn't know. I didn't want to be. I'm not a celebrity. People that call me celebrity, thank you. But for me, I feel I'm a role model. Watched and said, look, I just want to play on television. I didn't know it was going to turn out to be like this or come out that way. But I think what helped me, it was more discipline, more dedication, more determination that they all say, the 3 Ds, but I really practice it. I'm still trying to practice it to the best of my ability. And then when I turn pro and stuff and play, and then the late shoes introduced me to the 3 Fs. I was like, Dumshu, what is? He said, look, it's your family. It's your friends, true friends, not just friends. And then it's the fans. So I was like, okay, I like it. 3 Ds, 3 Fs. What does it give you?
6.
Thank you.
The jersey number 6. Fabian, at Bloemfontein Celtic as well, you've got your clearance.
No.
Yeah?
Or you mean to sign or to leave?
No, to sign.
Listen.
Going.
The train route, I followed it again that Monday. The same Monday.
With your clearance in the hand.
Listen, not in my hand. Somewhere around my body. Strapped tight. Because the envelope, there was 3 envelopes before that envelope of the clearance. I know. It's like if they steal my bag, as long as I'm going to that office. Same thing. Kimberly left, 5 o'clock, train, 8:30. The driver, Ubrasilas, went to go look for me where I was squatting with guys that were studying, that I finished grade 12, standard 10 with, my friends, in the street. We actually drove from Kimberley with the lift to there and in the train. He went to go look for me at the place where I stay. I was already at the office. Before they opened that office, 9 o'clock, I was sitting there waiting for the timer that my mother communicated to say we need to sort out. I didn't take long, Karabo, and do anything. I didn't look at anything else.
Yeah.
I saw that PSL form. I saw where I need to sign.
Yeah.
I had to take a photocopy. I signed.
How old were you, Fabian?
1997.
Yeah.
I think I was 20 years.
20.
If my maths is right.
And how much did you have a signing on fee? How much was your first salary at Celtic?
Nothing. My first salary at Celtics was 1,000 rand. And I never asked for more money.
Was it enough?
Enough for me to live. I paid where I stayed. I lay by stuff when I wanted to. I send money home. And I get to Freiburg if I need to pay for transport and whatever.
The first jersey number that you wore at Celtic, was it 6 as well?
No. I think it was 28. Reason being, Willem Vries was wearing number 6. The other reason is somebody was wearing number 16. I think it was Willem Jackson or so, but he just left.
Yeah.
You know, that jersey became available. But obviously, knowing the history, this one played with it, Benjamin Reed. You know, must they give it to me? Mustn't they give it to me? I said, look, give me 36. Give me 26. Give me 16. As long as there's a 6 somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, they gave me the 16. I said, look, I'm not going to worry about what the other legends did. Let me do my thing. Let me wear this number because I asked for it.
Yeah.
I couldn't get the 6, you know. Willem Vries, obviously, you know, respect, legend, a guy that also took me in at Celtics and showed me the way, not in a bad way, but he wanted to just set me up to say, you need to be strong and you need to, you know, nothing is easier. Make sure you collect the balls, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. When we travel with the old Toyota Kumbi, I sit there by that seat, you know that seat there, that's
uncomfortable
halfway, that smaller one. The bags, everything must be there if they can't go in at the back. So yeah.
It is 28 minutes before 2 o'clock. We are still having Fabian McCarthy, a legend at KZ Chiefs at Bloemfontein Celtic. That's where he started, went on to play for Mamelodi Sundowns as well. But Fabian, let's just also now go through extensively in regards to your stay at Bloemfontein Celtic. How was it? How would you explain it? And maybe some of the great players that you played with at Bloemfontein Celtic, because that's a club, that's a family-like, you know, club. The support at Dr. Petros Mulumela Stadium is crazy. Just your experience playing for such a massive and family-like football club.
That's the only club where your Chiefs and Pirates feel like they're playing away from home.
Yeah,
I've experienced it. I've seen it on both sides to say, no, fairly, we are away from home. When they come, listen. That team, you can say so much about it. It will never be the same. Bloemfontein is no more Bloemfontein. I don't want to go into the politics, but there was a lot of great players. I mean, I mentioned Willem Vries. May their soul rest in peace. The Aris brothers. Hendrik, the captain. Uchapi. You know, Youth International, had the potential. Everything. I talk about Simon Khopane. I talk about Solomon Guthrie. He's still my friend. He's still working.
Yeah.
That's the man who stand up in a team meeting and told the late Styles Pumo, may his soul rest in peace, to say, Coach, I can't train in the morning. I'm working. Till today, he's still working at a company. And that for me was character. It shows to say that, look, I don't choose this game.
Yeah.
I choose life. He's almost near the end of retirement.
And speaking about character, Fabian, you are a young player. You get into a dressing room with great players as well. Were you not nervous the first couple of weeks, couple of months? You know, because you're playing, as you said. You know, this is a club with a support that's absolutely crazy out at Dr. Petros Mulumela. But just nerves, or you're not scared that you're playing in this great club?
Look, nerves will always be there. Was a bit very nervous, shaky. But like I said, I had two of my homeboys there. Edwin Sitai and then Utapelo Yawa, which I was close to. We became even closer. You know, the relationship was better. There was a guy named called Gary. Gary. There was Wonderboy Tlongwani, I think KZN. There was Charles Mutlui also there. I don't want to mention my under 23 teammates. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Abu Isgulu.
Yeah.
Wayan Teo.
Yeah.
Matsao.
Didi
came on
Matsao.
board.
Yeah. Joe Matsao, I think.
Kukame. Daniel Matsao.
Yeah.
Kukame.
Yeah.
There's one from Botabelo, Ustofel Nikane.
Yeah.
Babitsa Bashen. Look. Good players, but never get that exposure, and that's what they deserved. Fries didn't want to leave Celtics at all means, at all costs. Simon Gopani left Celtics. He joined Cosmos late. The Aris brothers decided to go. Some Charles Mutlui, Jackson went to Pirates. Modise, David Modise. What another legend that obviously, when I trialed the Chiefs, he was at Chiefs. He said to me, "Come boy, come here."
Yeah.
Because I'm coming from Celtic.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm from Free State or he knows me. No, come here. Are you fine? Are you? Those type of things goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Till today, I still say thank you to him.
Your highs at Bloemfontein Celtics. What are your maybe your greatest achievements? Was it being a regular at the club? Was it now the fans now loving you, embracing you? What are some of your greatest highlights at Bloemfontein Celtic? Just before we close it and move to the Pefeni Lemo boys.
Believe it or not, I was even shocked myself. Most improved player first season. We were fighting relegation, 1997. We even took some games to Kimberley. Haleshuwe Stadium.
Yep.
There's one stadium in Velkom, Zuka Buloy Owe, where we took the games to, just to disturb, those teams from Cape Town. Yeah. We take them to Kimberley, Haleshuwe Stadium.
Yeah.
Those from Abu Real Rovers and Ria Stars, what.
Yeah.
We take them to Velkom. Keep it tight, keep it compact, The supporters are there. Most improved player, Karabo, and then player of the season.
Yeah,
it means so much to me. It's very special, and on top of that, making the under 23 national team 1998, and Bafana, the senior team. Now, if you rewind back and think 1998,
the players
there was Tigers there at the back, but I got smaller than 10 caps. Official.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the friendly games.
Not friendly. This.
No. Official games. Yeah. That brand, the old brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he speaks about his highlights at Bloemfontein Celtic, a club that, is really like a family affair that is Bloemfontein. And we had an opportunity to work there a couple of times alongside you for SuperSport. You are correct in saying it's no longer the same, by far no longer the same, but hopefully the club does return back to Bloemfontein, in the next couple of seasons. Very, very important for the history and tradition of South African football. Fabian, Kaizer Chiefs. Abafana Boktulang Golo, the Pefeni Lemo boys, the Style boys. How did that move come about? It's now, this is by far one of the greatest clubs in South Africa, African continent as well. You've just played 3 seasons at Celtic. Now this move to Chiefs. How does that come about?
It happened. I went to Sundowns first before Chiefs. But we're talking of Chiefs. 1996, I trialed the Chiefs.
Yeah,
the village wasn't there. There was only 2 soccer pitches and one room where the guys would change and kit and the physio would see them.
Yeah.
I trialed the Chiefs. I think it was when they signed Percy Makweba. We were the only 2 from about 500 trialists that stayed behind. I think Walter De Silva was the coach that time. And I still blame maybe Pirates or Jerry for them not signing me. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Chiefs was playing Pirates at Ellis Park Stadium. It was a Bob Save game. Jerry Shaye hat-trick li Spider.
Yeah.
The next weekend, it was the derby. He scored 1 near post kill Spider. So Walter De Silva was released from his thing, or they said we put you on leave.
Yeah.
I think Coach Prawellington Manyati was taking charge of the team or so for that time, but obviously doesn't have the power and stuff to make the decision. But I can clearly remember the guys they signed then was Utato Muleko, I think he's from Tembiza, or he played for Classic, Percy Makweba.
Yeah.
And I was the other one. But then, you know what they need. They need goal scorers. They need guys to score goals.
Yeah.
But I was in the mix there, 1996.
Yeah.
So I know the village. And I'm even telling Aiden or whoever, I know the village. There's one guy that's still there, Chiefs. He's helping out with the security, Ubra Pet. When the Kumbi was full, now you know you others that are on trial, you must jump in the car. So this time I had that car. And it's also then when I met Ujabulani Mendu. He was already at the Chiefs reserve team, training with the first team.
The great Jabulani Mendu.
Listen.
The midfield general.
I don't know. They say Eskel. Maar I know. He had dreadlocks all his years. Yeah, him, by then, I was staying somewhere in town. There was a hotel Chiefs Pirates used to use for players that are coming from outside. So yeah, that's my history with Chiefs. But I went to Sundowns first before I went to... Actually, I went to Cyprus before the Olympics. And then it happened so that I signed a 6 months contract in Cyprus. 2-3 months into it, the club refused for me to come to the Olympic camp, to be that month-long camp where you do all
preparing
the tests.
Yeah.
And then Safa was saying, look, you can't, if you can't join us in Australia, you have to come to the camp, and if you're not coming, you're not going. So there I was sitting, making the decision, and then I told my agent then, Mike McCarthy, to say, look, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
This is a 6-month thing. That is a lifetime
experience
opportunity. And I was getting good money in Cyprus.
Yeah.
I think that time 5,000 US was good money. Was money that I didn't know, where it comes from, but it was at that stage and that level. But money, even till now, money is not an issue for me.
But you speak about something that's important. I mean, we see now in modern day football, like Fabian, a lot of players choosing their clubs over the national team. Here you are, you're choosing the under-23s, you're choosing to go to the Olympics for the youth country, for you to have an opportunity to play for the Olympics at such a young age. Where does that mentality coming from, that you want to play or represent your country at one of the biggest tournaments in the world, sports?
I think for me it's more maybe the advice I got from, like I said, this Grootman from Klerksdorp, and even my uncle that is late now, that we buried last year, Uncle Arthur, is like, he was my mother's cousin, my godfather, and he coached me and always, make sure to say, look, even if you don't play now, just be committed. First the training, that. And I said, and I made the decision to say, look, what do you choose? Where are you going to go to? My agent, which I used for all my whole career in terms of professional playing, was Mike McCarthy. He said to me, look, it's up to you. You make the decision. And I'm going with it. And I make the call and I stick to it, and then I join the national team.
That is arguably one of the greatest under-23s South Africa has ever produced by far. And I want you to maybe take us through the names of that squad. I mean, Fabian, it's frightening. It really is frightening. I think possibly should have played that squad in the 2002 World Cup, maybe as well in the 2006 World Cup. Just the names and the players that you played with in that 2000 squad.
If I just go through it quickly, Emil Baron, I think Wayne Roberts was there, Rowan Fernandez was there, Brian Boloy went with us to the Olympics. Then you had obviously myself, Aaron Mukwena, Matthew Booth, Ashley Makanya was part of that. Unfortunately, got injured. David Kanamayer, Kipiteni Matombo, Mgwigwi, Mfundin, Mara Mgwigwi. Then you had your Isgulwa, Abramanteu, Steve Likuleya. You have Stanton Fredericks, you had Delron Buckley, you had Quentin Fortune, you had Benny McCarthy, you had Nomvete, you had Nkosinati Ntleko, you had Lebogang Kukame, Daniel Matsao, Shuffle. I'm not going to say, I'm just saying Shuffle. Yeah. You had that type of teams, and there was guys like Abu Dylan Shepherd, or, those that were also part and parcel of that Ahmad Luk vision and stuff like that. And I must say, what a team spirit we had. The coach Shakes Mashaba, Coach Thabo Dladla from Maritzburg, Coach Kenin Dlazi, I think he's from Soweto, the big coach. Is there. We had Gugu Marawa as one of the managers. We had Brabani Kujani. We had kid managers that I think even still today, we if we see them, we embrace it, we hug them. We stayed at the hotel here in Milpark, which was our second home. The staff, everybody knows us. We just had an unbelievable spirit. There was nothing to do with things and, the issues there, the association when it comes to this. We said, look, just leave this. We're going to go play there representing the country, representing our families, representing the rest of Mzansi. And we went.
Absolutely. That is the 2000 Olympic squad. He names great players that he played up alongside them. That was by far, I think, gave Brazil a run for their money. What a team, what a squad that they had. Fabian, but I'm now really interested. I think we'll come to the Sundowns one, but let's go to KZ Chiefs. I'm really interested, as well as the listeners, in regards to how you joined KZ Chiefs and, just the maybe leading up to you signing for the club, the emotions and all of that. Just take me through how you joined the club.
Look, like I said, I had the trial then, didn't work and whatever. I think once I was on holiday in Freiburg, they organized for me to come to Joburg. I think Southgate, it was still there. McDonald's and that was still new. I think I was sitting with Patko, or he was still just
Patko Mafani.
Yeah, and Ubrasten, if I can recall. I came with this groot man of mine from Freiburg. We spoke. They explained to me. They said everything. I said, look, guys, it's fine. So I didn't say, look, I supported the team as a youngster and what I hold back. This groot man was saying, no, stay calm. Let's just hear. But, they have to deal with Celtics. I can't make a decision. Came to meet them. When I terminate my contract in Cyprus, joined the Olympics, went there, come back. Already there, we were talking. I mean, I'm tight with Stiga, stayed with him until we now tight. Brian we were always chilling together. Rowan, Shuffle also was very much to say, hey, come. Because I told them, I said, gents, hey, I'm not going back there. If nothing happens or so, I'm going back to Celtics. I'm comfortable. Let me help the team. Let me do that. And the old man was saying straight to me, look, I can't pay you the money you got there. I need to sell you to get money and to carry on, He said he dealt with Pirates already, with Jackson. He dealt with Chiefs a few times. Benjamin Reed, David Modise. He dealt with Sundowns, with Charles Mutlui, So he knows, and he knows what it's taken going for these teams. I don't know what happened between the meeting I had with Brasten, that time he was at Chiefs, and Upatko, and what will happen between them and Tate Mulimela or the Celtics management. But then, the old man, when I came back, everything settled, thinking I'm going to start in Bloom again, said, look, there's an offer for you. I'm going to sell you. But it's one of those three teams. Look, I said to him, look, Ntate, for me is, if you give me your blessings and you shook my hand the way I joined Celtics and give me a hug, I will go anywhere where you want me to go. It's not my decision. And remember, then we were entitled to get 10% of the transfer fees. I said, look, I know the team needs it. I don't want it. I just want your blessings. Then I go. So sitting with my agent, he is knowing at the back of his mind who is the team. We were sitting and said, look, I shared with him, I was at trials there. That's my home team. That's my team and blah, blah, blah. We said, we look at it, we check and see. Always, wherever I went, Karabo before, I look at the personnel that's there. Can I compete with them? Can I go there and fight and cement the place, or can it be that healthy thing in relationship? And then the thing, Sundowns came to mind. I think I joined them. I played in the Champions League final. Unfortunately, that time, the North African teams was doing their tricks to eliminate us and getting us. But Manje, VAR is there, it's open.
Tell me, Champions League, Fabian, just before we go to Chiefs, because obviously you joined Sundowns, can you just tell our listeners and viewers as well, what are the challenges of playing in the CAF Champions League? You're saying there are things that are North Africans, but just list a couple of things that South African clubs or you went through when you were playing in CAF, not only up against North Africans, but other clubs in Africa.
All over, even DR Congo,
Yeah.
if you go to Nigeria,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mm.
They don't allow the media people in, or they take their phones. They make it just so for you to feel that you say, no, manje, we are out of the country, or you're not at home. I remember in Congo, we were playing the quarterfinals. I think we were playing TP Mazembe or some team. They took us from the capital, they took us to Lubumbashi. We were playing there. We were staying in a hotel, 5 floors. The lift wasn't working. The whole week, there was no training grounds for us. We were training not far from the hotel, on the side of the road where this goalposts with the sticks were made. You know, this one, the crossbar, this one is fastened here with a wire.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was the time when that thing happened in the US, where, you know, that 1911, whatever, the planes.
Yes, into the building.
Into the 2 buildings.
Yes.
It was that same week when we were in Congo. We go to the game. Now we play. It's not grass. It's grass, gravel. You know, that day, I think is the best I've seen of Ulavas Mutlala. I call him Jethro.
The left back.
Muisi Ajao. I've never seen guys diving, sliding, and going on gravel like that day. We played 1-1 into the semi-finals because we beat them here too. Into the semi-finals. We ended up in the final. But character, you know, there was personality. You're talking about Membush Mudau, Alex Bapele, Charles Mutlui, the late Joas Tupi Mahulejo.
Yeah.
May his soul rest in peace.
One
guy that also took me in, we were fighting and playing the same position. But he called me Taga. He said, hey, Taga, Ozalabwe, what do you need? Do you need socks? Do you need extra large shorts? Because you know, I don't do skinny and tight fit. He said, do you need this? I'm here. Whatever you need, boy, I'm here. May his soul rest in peace. I had Isaac Shai, which was my roommate. John Tlale. He called me Ungana. We had Chuku.
Rafael Chuku.
We had Roger Fitumba.
The great.
We had Abu Faya Masilela, Temba Mbuni, Mike Manzini. We had Lavas Isaac Shai. Upapimbele was just coming in. Myself, Papimbele, Carlos Scott, Elton Meyering. You know, we were. Matthew Booth was still there before he left for Russia. Frank Skuman was there. Ronnie Cananello was there as well. I mean, this is a team where there was experience. There was everything there, but I felt as a youngster, they treated me like a seasoned player. They respect me. I gave them the respect. They spoke to me. They were just open to me. But now, Sundowns are doing it because it's easier. They have what it takes to get into a flight, book the hotel, take a chef with. If that hotel is not good, they can check out and check in by hotel of their choice. You know, all those things. It's planning, and it was there. In our time, we couldn't do it. We had to wait for that flight via Tunisia, somewhere there, then to come down, or you take 7 days to get back home. All those logistics. I think the experience of that is doing. That's why I'm not surprised Sundowns is doing well on the continent. You know, they have what it takes, and they make sure they bring that star back if it's there.
You know, you speak about that experience at Mamelodi Sundowns as well, and your teammates rather. I think it was really one of the great clubs. Any memories in regards to what you won at Mamelodi Sundowns at your time? I think you were there for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, 2 seasons.
I think it was 2 or 3, and I wanted to renew. You know, I never wanted to leave, and I never asked. Only 2 teams I asked to say no, let me leave. You know, because I wasn't happy. I negotiated. Give the offer, give stuff, and then the opportunity came on that side, and the call came through.
Which side is that?
On the south of Johannesburg. Akiria was in
Klorkop.
Yeah, Midrand.
Oh, Naturena.
Yeah, so that call came and say, okay, now let's see. Went with them, say, look, here's it, my contract expiring in 2-3 months' time. gave Sundowns first option for the last 6 months of the contract, negotiating here and there. Got the offer, got everything. I met, I think, with Bob Steak alone before my agent and stuff. We spoke, we chat. My guys was there. I said, look, this is what Sundowns is giving. I think I was 30 minutes talking to Bob Steak. And then when he came back, there was 2 lines across that contract, Sundowns, the proposal. He said, let's forget about this. This is what we put for you.
Was it higher than what you were getting or what Sundowns had proposed?
Before it was higher, it was longer. It was 3 years.
Okay.
Sundowns gave me 2 years with an option. Chiefs was straight 3 years. Starting, everything was better, but the thing that made me leave Sundowns is they took away my accommodation allowance and said, look, you've been in Joburg now for two years. You used to it, you thingy, because I never stayed at clubhouses or where the club put the players in. I stayed with family in Bloem. I stayed with family in Joburg when I came with Stiga and his family. I always wanted to stay with families wherever I went. But then at Sundowns, they were saying, now you this. And that was my main point where I wanted to fight tooth and nail to say, I need to make sure I'm secure, I'm safe. It's my choice where I'm staying. And Vonna Valley, I ended up buying a unit there, townhouse. The same late George Mahulego took me with his Jetta to go look at the place and stuff. He thought I would ask him to take me to a dealership. I said, no. Taga, come. He was a qualified teacher by then. I said, Taga, no, man. I just want to show you something. Give me your blessings or tell me, am I doing the right thing and what? I took him to show him that townhouse. When we left there, he said, look, when is the house warming? I said to him, no, I'll tell you.
So when you say that he spoke of a dealership first, he thought that your mentality was you wanted a car first.
Look, that's what people associate professional players with, to say the first thing you'll go for it's a car. It's either this the dealership. No. I said, look, I want to go show you something. And we were going that way to think, this mall wasn't there and everything. You still had to go. So he's thinking maybe there's some smaller yana one day in the corner, the second hand and what. I said, no, let's go in here. We go here. We met and we said, no, I want to buy this place.
Yeah, Fabian McCarthy just confirming to us that he prioritized a house or a townhouse first before a car. It tells you about the mentality of the man. It tells you about his personality as well, and the way that he thinks, the line of thinking that he has, and that's the mentality that we also want and wish for our current footballers, because we see how they end up post their playing careers, post playing football at the highest of levels. And now, Fabian, Kaizer Chiefs, you signed for them. This is the proper Pefeni demo, boys.
Listen, I think I signed. Even my agent didn't know I signed, but I know why I signed. They gave me.
This is Chiefs.
They gave me 3-year contract, but what locked me to it is to say, listen, we give you accommodation, or there's an option to take an allowance. I took it. I bought another townhouse. I still have that townhouse. I'm renting it out. It's for one of my boys. So that for me was, I never wanted to talk figures. Talk what? No. My happiness will bring those figures or change those figures. Even now, when I'm venturing into the next stage or thingy of my life, that's how I'm going to do. That's what I got from my late father, and say, look, you have to be happy to do everything and anything and get everything and anything you're going to appreciate from the work you're doing. And that's what I took from him.
Fabian, you joined
I'm going to make you cry when I say.
No, not at all.
I told you.
Fabian, you joined a club that winning trophies was easy. It was simple, and maybe not easy. Maybe the terms are wrong because of the hard work, the dedication that you put in. Maybe what are some of the other aspects that made you guys to win trophies season in, season out? I understand you spent 6 years at the club, but what made you guys to be winning trophies, league titles, season in, season out at Chiefs?
Let me say, I give credit to Kaizer Chiefs because of the way they run the team. You know, people from outside might say this, that, small things like it. But the way Upra K, I'm still getting used to say Dr. K. I don't even say chairman. He knows. I say Bra K.
Yeah.
You know, in the office or outside the office. The way he started the team, the way he set it up. I think even from Ubra Teenage, you
Zaza.
could hear and say, there was happiness, there was whatever. And I think the thing that made that team of my generation come together and do so well, we went to go play a Peace Cup in South Korea, you know, where